In this video, we're going to work on freeing the hips. So, hips can be a huge issue. So when I say hips, this is going to include definitely this posterior chain here. This is gluteus medialis, this higher band of glute muscles here. Definitely this area. A little bit of hamstrings and also hips and sort of groin around the front. I feel like I use these words in every video, that there's most likely many reasons why this could be an issue, but I think we sit down a lot. We're either driving or we sit down to watch TV, we sit down to eat food. We sit down a lot and this just locks our hips up when really we're designed to squat. So I think most of our issues come from there. If we allow these glutes to tighten up too much, then we're going to feel that in the back. That is going to manifest as either back pain or it could be transferred to the knees and get knee pain. So anyway, let's get into it. As always, it's going to be a follow-on. It's going to be a little bit different. It might not be as flowing because we're going to be shifting through 3 or 4 different movements that I really believe are going to help to unlock our hips. So, start with, we're going to do our hops. Hops, I just do these all the time. It's just going to help me release any residual stress in the body, including the hips. So, we're going to do 50 hops. Okay, good. Right, next, hips. So we're going to have a stance that is about 1 stride apart. Hands on hips, we're just going to do some circles. You don't want to rush these nice sort of flowing circles. You're going to feel by doing this all the areas that are particularly tight. It's not about immediately breaking into those. It's more about just warming the muscles up, getting a bit of blood flow into those muscles, being really kind of caring and gentle. That is the words. Caring and gentle with these movements. That's it. And just allowing the body to get into those spaces. Okay, now switch direction. Remembering to breathe. Taking nice deep breaths. This is going to bring again more blood flow to the muscles, more nutrients to the muscles. And then back the other direction, resisting the temptation to rush. So just get those hips moving. And then switch direction one more time. That should be twice in each direction. Okay, good. Then bring the feet back together and take a nice deep breath. Let the body settle. Okay, good. For our next movement, we're going to bring our feet back to same position. This is about 1 stride apart. So, for this next one, we're going to do this one with the breath. And we're going to be breathing our fingertips to our shoulders like this. And then from here, the movement will be this elbow is going to go down towards that knee and back up. And then we switch and we go this way. We're going to be doing it with the breath. So inhale first. Okay, so you can see what we're going to be doing. And then also what's important, I'll turn side on. So we need to really drive this tailbone out a little bit like that. We're going to drive this tailbone out in order to just release the hips. And when we breathing like this, it's really going to feed oxygen into those muscles so that they can open up. This is an active stretch as well because we have this movement that we've got going from left to right. Okay, so we're going to do 10 on each side, and it's quite quick, but don't rush it, and don't force anything. Like at the moment, if it's just up here, that's fine. And if you feel like you're a bit deeper, remember you want to push those hips, push that tailbone back, open up the hips from behind. Okay, so breathe everything out. Breathe fully in, fingertips to shoulders. 10 on each side. And then we're just going to take a few more little circles. Just letting those hips soften. You know, we can't always just force a stretch to release our hips or any part of the body. We have to work with them daily, 3 or 4 times a week, but work with some care. So we're going to do a few circles. Okay, good. And then we're going to do 10 more. So with the second version, technique will be a little bit better, and we should be able to go a little bit deeper. It's super important that we push this tailbone back, because that's what's going to free those glutes and feed oxygen into those glutes. Okay, so we breathe everything out. Again, some circles. Bringing our feet back together. Nice deep breath. So the final one we're going to do, after we've sat in a squat for a moment, is a horse stance. So I got my phone here so we can time this one. And we're going to do 2 1-minute horse stances. This is super active, and it's really going to work to unlock those hips because they're under load and having to stretch. So let me get my timer set up. Right. So horse stance. We want to be about 1 stride and a half apart, getting somewhere fairly comfortable. And then we're coming down into this position. We want to try and get our legs perpendicular with the ground. So we have about 90 degrees here and here. Pointing the feet out, pulling the hips forward if we can, keeping the spine straight. Now, if to start with the spine or the back is tilted forward ever so slightly, that's fine. But remember, we're working towards this position with a straight spine. We're going to set the timer to 1 minute. We're going to do 2 times 1 minute. This can be quite difficult. I would encourage you to stick with it, put a bit of willpower in and get it, because this one is like literally, this is probably one of the best things to unlock the hips. So, set the timer. We're going to do 1 minute. With the breath, I would keep the breath calm, extend the exhale. Nice deep inhale, extend the exhale. The whole time, if you can, you want to be driving the knees out and the hips forward. "30 seconds, go." Definitely need some willpower with this one. Okay, so that's 50 seconds gone. So when we come out, what's important is we drive straight up, don't collapse. So on 1 minute, which is coming up, we're going to drive straight up as if we're coming out of a squat. Keep the back straight, like so. Give the legs a shake. You can have 1 minute. 1 minute rest and do that again. Why am I laughing? It's always nice to come out of a stretch like that. You get the relief. But I'm also thinking, I don't want to have to do too many takes of this. But believe me, it's good. It's good to implement a bit of willpower as well. So how often would I do this one? I want to do this one about 3 times a week. Try and do this 3 times a week. This is really going to unlock the hips. Okay, it's got 10 seconds and then we're back in. So get in your stance. Ready. Back in. Settle in. Thinking about that straight spine. Thinking about driving the knees out and the hips forward. With the breath. Nice breath in. And then maybe extend the exhale a little bit. That'll keep the body calm. And yeah, you've got to work at this a little bit, but if we want to unlock the hips, if we want to unlock the body, if we want the mobility and the strength, we're going to have to work at it a bit. We're designed for some resistance. The human body is designed for some resistance, and we live in too much comfort. So this is really good. So 5 seconds, you want to be thinking about how we come out straight up. Drive straight up. Driving up. Woo. Give them a shake. Stop your timer. And then we're going to finish this with a few more circles, because this is how we just check in. This is where we see where they're at. And then a bit of a bounce. Deep breath.